It's me, it's that Z-double-E, and I'm going to be giving you guys my overview of the Halloween edition of Smackdown Live. It's just going to be my favorite segments of the show, the ones that I thought were entertaining and that I enjoyed. So let's get this thing underway this second. All right, we had the Smackdown commissioner Shane McMahon addressing the crowd, and you would think after his general manager got taken out by Kane last night, the first thing he would do is come out and be extremely mad and aggressive and throwing shade at Raw, but he comes out really mellow, just addressing how SmackDown has always been the inferior brand to Raw and how he wants to change the perception of that. And, you know, that's great and all, but your GM got destroyed. You could be a little more angry about that, and you could be wanting to exact revenge. And eventually he did. He brought up how he thought Daniel Bryan was set up by Kurt Angle and Stephanie McMahon. Eventually, this all led to Shane O'Mac announcing himself as the next member of Team SmackDown and naming himself the captain. Then we had the glorious Bobby Roode going up against Dolph Ziggler in a best 2 out of 3 falls to determine who would be the next member of Team SmackDown. The match itself was pretty excellent. Dolph Ziggler got the first fall with the super kick, and then Bobby Roode during a commercial break, which if you aren't in America, you don't get the little section of Raw along with the commercial. So in other countries, they didn't see how Dolph Ziggler hit on the post and was rolled up by Bobby Roode. The ending sequence of the match was great. Eventually, it led to Bobby Roode hitting the glorious DDT on Dolph Ziggler and picking up the 1-2-3 victory. And he is the next member of Team SmackDown. And it was a great showing by both. And it was a pretty solid match for Dolph Ziggler in what could possibly have been his final match for WWE. His contract is set to expire by the end of this month, which Eastern time wise is practically already expired. So it was a solid ending. So it was a solid last match for Dolph Ziggler. I truly enjoyed it. And if this is the end for him in WWE, hopefully New Japan, Ring of Honor, I would love to see him there. There's a great potential matchups that he could have out there. My next favorite segment of the show was the New Day. Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods in costumes. Big E was on Twitter, I saw he was a character from Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. Kofi Kingston was Brother Love, and Xavier Woods was Jimmy Hart. And then they get interrupted by the dynamic duo of Aiden English. And then they get interrupted by the dynamic duo of Rusev and Aiden English. Basically, Rusev says that Halloween is a dumb holiday, and there's only one day that matters, and that's Rusev Day. And Big E goes off on Rusev. They're going to have a match. Should be excellent. Should be awesome. Have the man who was absolutely taken to school by The Miz, the U.S. champion Baron Corbin, going up against Singh Cara. If you watched last week's video, you'll know that I love Sin Cara. Not Sin Cara generally, but the guy who plays the Sin Cara character, Unico. I think he's great. I think he's one of the most underutilized talents, along with many others that SmackDown Live has, and he could be a great asset to the that mid-card division that SmackDown has. And if they just let him go in the ring and they let him do him, he could be amazing. Now, during the match itself, Baron Corbin tried tearing off the mask of Sin Cara, which is a huge sign of disrespect in Lucha Libre. You never go for the ripping the mask of your opponent. That is considered a big no-no in Lucha Libre. You don't do that. That is a giant form of disrespect. And Sin Cara got fed up and just completely went after Baron Corbin, and he completely destroyed him, kind of like he probably did to Simon Gotch. Sin Cara ended up getting DQ'd, and he just completely went after Baron Corbin. He just would not get off of him and just kept on ground and pound, knees, elbows, punches, everything. And Baron Corbin was able to get out of the way And Sin Cara actually got a huge pop during that segment, which I was happy about because how much I like Hunico. So hopefully the crowd gets behind Sin Cara and we can have a new, fresh babyface that was there, but the fans never realized how good he was until they started displaying him more in the ring. So big ups to Hunico there, and of course Baron Corbin for selling that beating. And then we have the best tag team in the WWE in this moment, Jimmy and Jay the Usos, being interviewed by Renee Young. What they do, they got Smackdown on lock, the division on lock. It's the Uso penitentiary. Then they get interrupted by Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, who state that the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions will be taking on the Raw Tag Team Champion. So that does not necessarily mean that it's going to be the Usos, even though it should be the Usos, because the Usos versus the Shield would just be probably the best match on that card. Anyways, back to the point. Chad Gable might be related to Eminem. Who knows? Because he spit some bars. Yes, I'm going to use the word bars at Jimmy and Jay. And we're going to have a tag team match next week for the titles. The Usos facing off against Benjamin and Gable, and let's see who actually goes on to Survivor Series. I'm thinking it's the Usos. I want to see the Usos versus the Shield, so hopefully it's them, but I wouldn't complain if it's Benjamin and Gable getting that run with the tag team belts before Benjamin turns on Gable eventually. Next up, the Singh brothers came out, and once again mimicking Paul Heyman with their whole undefeated, undisputed WWE champion, the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal. Samir Singh fighting for the honor of Jinder Mahal against AJ Styles. Quick note, Jinder Mahal, that suit he was wearing was just, I thought it was amazing. I don't know where he gets those suits, but keep on wearing those suits. It makes him look great. AJ Styles squashes Samir Singh. Styles clash. After the match, Jinder Mahal goes after AJ Styles and completely beats him up. He hit him with two brutal colossus. AJ Styles sold those like a champ. And Jinder stands tall like he should. He's a WWE champion. The Bludgeon Brothers, another sick promo. I enjoyed it. They look badass. I cannot wait for them to make their debut. Up next, we had the match between Rusev and Big E. Rusev ended up taking up the victory in a pretty, okay match between the two. A lot of comedy segments on the outside, which involved Aiden English interfering by singing Rusev Day, which prompted Xavier Woods to do the whole New Day Rock things with the trombone. And Rusev ended up taking the victory. Great, awesome. I love Rusev. I said it earlier how much I enjoy this push that Sin Cara is getting because I really do like Sin Cara. And the promo he cut was a great promo where he talks about what the mask means to him, what it means to his heritage, to his family, and what Baron Corbin tried to do by taking off the mask was just not going to go well with him. And he went through hell to get that mask, and he's going to go through that to keep it. Great promo by Sin Cara. It showed fight, it showed fire. It's just awesome promo all around. Hopefully he continues it. The big news, Rusev goes in to talk to Shane about putting him on the team. And Shane says, well, it's not going to be that easy, obviously. And Rusev is going to go one-on-one against AJ Styles next week to determine who will be the final member of Team SmackDown. And I really am not looking forward to this match because I want both Rusev and AJ on Team SmackDown. Unfortunately, one of them is not going to be there. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to the match. I'm just not looking forward to either Rusev or AJ not being part of Team SmackDown. For the match itself, I think Rusev might end up taking the victory, and I'll explain later why I think that. And then we move on to my favorite part of SmackDown week in and week out. That is Fashion Files with the Stranger Things theme this time around. It was Stranger Things, and great comedy moments in that segment when somebody pops up and Tyler Breeze goes, "It's another 11." But it was not. It was Tyler Breeze where he goes, "Nope, I'm a 10. Great stuff. Takes the egos, walks away. And then they had Connor sneak up on them dressed as Kane. Tyler Breeze goes crazy, thinking they're under siege, and they go after him. Great stuff there by both the Ascension and Tyler Breeze. And then we get the big reveal. To be. The lights go out. And they had a bunch of tag teams around filled with Christmas lights. those lights go out. Only one set does not go out, and that set had a picture of the Bludgeon Brothers. We're just going to assume that the Bludgeon Brothers took out Breeze and Fandango along with the Ascension. So, to be Bludgeon Brothers? Think they are. Next up, we had the main event to determine who would be joining Shane McMahon, Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton. For Team Smackdown, it was Kevin Owens going one-on-one against Shinsuke Nakamura. The Guardian Angel, Sami Zayn, comes out to protect his friend Kevin Owens. And just when we thought that Kevin was going to take it, Randy Orton's music hits. And he comes out of nowhere, does not hit an RKO out of nowhere. Instead, he grabs Sami Zayn and, he just throws him in the air and he lands on the table below. And Shinsuke Nakamura ends up picking up the victory against Kevin Owens, and he is the newest member for the SmackDown team. Next week, we find out who's going to be the final member, Rusev or AJ Styles. Now, this is why I think it's going to be Rusev. You have babyface Shane, babyface Bobby Roode, babyface Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. You got to have at least one bad guy on there. So that's why I think it's going to be Rusev. I think Rusev Day is every day, and Rusev Day is going to be at Survivor Series. I do think Rusev is going to end up taking that victory over AJ Styles, but it won't be clean. I think Jinder Mahal is going to get involved somehow, and Rusev is going to pick up that victory over AJ Styles, because you can't have a team full of good guys. You at least need one bad guy. And what other bad guy to have than the great, the handsome one? Every day is Rusev Day. Every day is not Arm Day. Every day is Rusev Day. I'm picking Rusev to beat Styles next week and be the final member of Team SmackDown. And what's going to happen now with Sami and Kevin Owens? It was supposed to be the Sami and Kevin Owens show after they're the sole survivors at Survivor Series. But now, neither of them is going to Survivor Series. So what's going to happen with them? We'll have to tune in next week and the week after that to find out. Raw, once again, did not attack in Norfolk, Virginia like I thought they would. But they're probably going to save that till the go-home show to continue to build up that hype. Right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching it. I do appreciate it if you do watch it. Even if you watch it for a few seconds, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm going to see you guys for next week on Raw. It's going to be in England, so I don't think we're going to have as much surprises that we had last time on Raw. But it should still be, those England shows are usually pretty fire with the crowd, so I'm looking forward to that. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.